the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble.
Hello? Yes. Sorry guys. Just prepared myself a bit too late. It is what it is. Let me just get the screen right. So Ten Hag has been sacked. He has been sacked from Man United, as you can see on the screen there. It's a Premier League review show, so please hit the likes and subscription and notification, all that stuff. And just help us out in everything with the messages and all that stuff as well. Yeah, he's finally been sacked from Man United. Some Man United fans are happy that he's gone. Understandable. I mean, he's not bringing the results that they want, and it's a difficult place to be, Man United as well, guys. I mean, it's not an easy team to coach. It's not an easy football club to coach. I'm sorry. That's how I meant to put it. Tactically, he's not really up there with the best of the coaches. We're forgetting, like when we talk about certain managers in regards to their tactics and things like that. Not everybody can be in power with Pep Guardiola, especially the ones who worked with him in the past. Like Ten Hag, Arteta. He wouldn't give players to those teams if he wasn't confident enough to beat them. If you know what I mean. So Ten Hag, what can I say about him? He's just, I don't know. You know what, people? I really don't know what's good enough for Man United. A lot of us don't know. You know what I mean? We could talk about them till tomorrow, and we still want them to find out what's good for them. Look, they had Van Gaal, they had Mourinho, they had, Solskjaer, they had all these managers, and they suffered the same fate at the end of the day. So, if they're getting another one, Van Nistelrooy apparently is going to take over for now. If they get another one, are they going to change? I don't know. I really don't know, because Ferguson has done them dirty. Ferguson has done them dirty. Whether we like to say it or not, I mean, whether Man United fans like to say it or not, he done them dirty. I mean, the squad aged. He extended his stay when he's supposed to quit. Early in the early 2000s, and it was to the detriment of their football club. You know what I mean? And that's what happened to them. That's what happened to them. You know what I mean? And now they're suffering what majority of us thought they're gonna suffer, because success, in order for it to continue, you got to get the right people in. And he chose David Moyes to replace him, and that's the wrong way of going about things, if you know what I mean. And that's why they haven't recovered since. Football is not an easy game, guys. When a manager is considered as the greatest manager of all time by many, and you want the next manager to take on that team, that football club, to have the same something closer to that impact that Ferguson had. It's not gonna be that easy, man. It's not gonna be that easy. Fergie made sure of that, and this is why they don't know what to do. I've said it for a while. I've had a few Man United fans on this channel, and I was honest. I said the best option for Man United is for them to start from zero. I shouldn't give them the advice, because I'm a Liverpool fan. Don't get me wrong, but it's just honest opinion about football, guys. Sometimes you could spend all that money, you could get all those coaches in, and it still won't work as is happening to them. What they need to do is scrap the book, maybe give Van Nistelrooy the job permanently, but start from zero. Get rid of all these bad eggs in the football club, like Rashford, etc., Maguire, all these players, and start over. It doesn't hurt, because since 2013, I think that's the last time they won the league, till now, you're still trying to find a way to win it again, but it's not working. So sometimes the best way to go about it is start from zero and work your way back up, and that's what Man United need to do. Ten Hag was never the coach. I mean, he done an impressive stuff at Ajax at the time. But who doesn't at Ajax? Frank de Boer done the same minute. And he went. We wanted him. We went to Crystal Palace. He got sacked in a few weeks. There you go, people. So anyone can do well at Ajax. Even me. I mean, I could go down there and do well at Ajax. So that shouldn't be, where big so-called big clubs should be going to look for managers. You know what I mean? If you want to win, if you want to like challenge for titles continuously, that's not the place to go. That is not the place to go. So in all reality, they did the wrong thing. It's out of desperation. This football club is desperate. Every action they take is through being desperate, and it shows. You look at us, we're more calmer. The fans are together, the players are together, the coaches are together. You know what I mean? And we just go through it. You know what I mean? We didn't expect to challenge for the title this season, but we did it some way because of our easy way of going, about it. It's not like we're rushing things to do things, if you know what I mean, guys. And this is what's happening to Man United. They just rush too much. The fan base gets angry, and sometimes you got to take a step back and just look at the long term project, if you know what I mean, guys. Instead of like looking at the short term project, long term, what do you want? Do you want your team to be consistently winning league titles, Champions Leagues, and all that stuff? Yes. So how do we go on about it? Maybe get rid of all the bad eggs, because what I've noticed with Man United is the players always win. The players always win. The coach never wins. You know what I mean? And this is the issues that they're having at that football club, in my opinion. That's how we went in the 90s. If you look at the 90s, we was giving the likes of Graham Souness, Roy Evans, people like that a job, which we shouldn't. There should not be nowhere near that job, but we did, people. And sorry, I don't know what's going on with my mouse. It's not working for some reason. I'm trying to work it somehow and continue it. Hopefully, I can find it. No, I can't find it. Yeah, so as I was saying, people, like football, sometimes people need to take a step back and start from zero to go back to 100. You know what I mean? And that's what Man United needs to do. I see these guys who are content creators continuously criticizing the football club and the fan base. They're split in two. Listen, they're both right in some ways, but you just got to find the common ground for you guys to get along and um, push through this, if you know what I mean. Man United is a big football club, whether we like to say it or not. You know what I mean? As a Liverpool fan, I don't want to say that, but you got to be honest about it, innit? You got to be honest about it. At least they've done it organically. They won their titles organically. It's not like Man City, they're buying titles or anything like that. They're doing it in the right way. I mean, even though we know Fergie cheated a bit when he was when he was here, but at least it's something different to the Man Cities of this world, to the Arsenals of this world. You know what I mean, guys? So give them credit for that. I mean, don't give them a lot of credit, but give them credit for that. At least they did it in the right way. This is why, like, clubs like us should be supportive of each other in regards to things like that. But we're not. You know what I mean? We're just putting rivalries forward in order for us to succeed, and it shouldn't be like that. Sorry about that, guys. It's just my speaker is a bit mash up. Oh yeah, let me take it off. Yeah, so listen, I've said about Ten Hag. I said he's like a cricket when I watch him. He doesn't do much. The players don't look at him. He doesn't look at the players. It looks like the players dominate him. And then this was always going to happen. This day was coming. A lot of us don't like it, but Man United fans, the majority, will be happy because of it. Because of it, they will be happy. And but the thing is, you could be happy about it, but what's the next destination for yourselves? Are you gonna get a new coaching? Are you gonna, get the right man in finally? What's gonna happen with you guys? It's craziness. It's absolute craziness. I see like people doing emergency meetings today on YouTube and all that stuff. But sometimes you got to take a step back and before you actually do the stream, think about what you want to do as a football club and how you want to move forward after this. You know what I mean? But being reactionary and like doing the stuff right now and getting people on board and trying to like make sense out of it, it's too early. It's too early. You know what I mean? And like I said, from a neutral point of view, just take a just take a seat back and just wait until everything goes in your head, and then you can make you can make a case out of it. But doing it right now, like being overreactionary and being silly about it, it's not the right way. although Ten Hag wasn't the best manager in the world, but at least he's won 2 cups. You know what I mean? That's better than winning nothing at the end of the day, which you don't even deserve to win a cup as a Man United fan. Let's just be realistic. You know what I mean? You haven't been a top team for a long, long, long time. You know what I mean? Like last season, you was in the Champions League and you get at group stage of being bottom. You didn't even qualify for the Europa League. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing as it is. But it's not. There's no shame. There's no shame in going back down to come back up again. But let me go with the comments that we continue, obviously with the Premier League and all that stuff. So as I said over here, people, I've been trying to build this channel for a while. I'm at almost 2,000. So let's get there as soon as possible. Why? I wish he stayed. Yeah, we all wish he stayed, but it is what it is, isn't it? Big up K as always. Hello. And justice for Ten Hag. I know, Reverend. I know, bro. Joe Powell says the Man United are finished. They've been finished for a long time. Fergie he made sure like they've been finished. Some managers are so selfish. They think about themselves. You know what I mean? Instead of thinking about the football club. You look at the difference between Klopp and Fergie. Klopp left us in a good place. Fergie left them in a bad place. If you think about it, you know what I mean. You don't. You know what I mean? You don't have. If you have a legacy like that at a football club, you should care enough for the football club to flourish. You know what I mean? To continue the success that you brought them, and he didn't do that. He done it in such a bad way. For his purpose instead of like the football club's purpose, and this is why they are messed up. This is why they're messed up, and long may it continue, because I honestly think unless they have that decision made for all them, start from zero, work your way back to 100, you know what I mean, and see where it goes from there. This is going to continue, and I love it. I had to bring you this news, guys. You know what I mean, because this is a good news for, not a good news for everybody, but in regards to Man United, like being called a big club when they shouldn't be really being. I don't call them a big club in the sense of like what they've been doing in the last 10 years. You know what I mean? This is not how a big club behaves. So let it continue, because they're going through managers like, you going for skill, going for M&Ms and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's madness. It's absolute madness. And long may it continue, man. Long may it continue. From a Liverpool point of view, neutral point of view, they need to like start again from zero, work your way back from 100. I remember when before Jurgen Klopp came in, Brendan Rodgers was in charge of us. I don't know how that guy, ever got the job. This is what FSG do. They give people like this jobs until the fan base, starts reacting, and then they get someone like Klopp after that, if you know what I mean. So when at that time when we had Lamberts and Balotellis and all these players, I gave it up. I gave up. I gave up, guys. I said enough. 30 years I've been waiting here crying like a little baby. Grey hairs everywhere. This is not from family. This is from Liverpool Football Club, because you love the club so much, and then like you grow up being successful, and then in your teenage years to your adult years, like there's nothing there. And one European Cup, that's the only thing that you could look back on and keep rewinding on TV every single time. That's what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like I was watching that 2005 final again and again and again until I got fed up with it. You know what I mean? Because you keep watching it again. But that's the only glory that was big that I could remember. And yeah, it was sad. It was sad. And this is the same thing Man United is going through. But yeah, enough of Man United, man. I don't want to keep talking about these idiots. Yeah, they're in trouble, aren't they? They're in trouble. Let's just be honest here. But keep the comments coming in, guys. You know what I mean? I just done a spontaneous. Rather than says bring it back. It's official. Uncle Rod's, big up Uncle Rod's. Era's come to an end. Yeah. I love the way he's sacked. It is what it is, guys. You know what I mean? AK says, Fozzy, how are you? Erik Ten Hag has been sacked by Manchester United. And Inzaghi should be Manchester United manager. Maybe. We don't know. Big up, Ant. Big up, bro. I love the stuff you're doing in your channel, bro. Keep it up, man. You got our full support from our crew as well, bro. You're a wonderful guy, bro. You're a wonderful guy, man. I love the way you and Lee Gunner was on your channel the other day. Like, what he says. I'm not even a fan of these guys. You know what I mean? I'm not being an asshole or anything like that. I've been in YouTube for a long time, but the way he talks now, he finally realized what YouTube does to people. It's something I agree with as well, bro. There's too many corruptions going on. Little channels like us suffer because of fans that have nothing to do with Liverpool Football Club, never been to a game, and we have to suffer because of their actions, and it shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? And the way Lee, like, exposed a lot of stuff, I liked it, man. I really, really liked it, man, because he's honest. I love honesty. You know what I mean? It's not all about the money for us in this content creating. It's about the love for the game. That's number one. That's what we've got to think about, the love for the game. And number two, as a supporter, support your club the way it's supposed to be supported. And number three, don't lie, man. Because lies always catches up with you at the end, and that's what's happening to a few people right now. I've seen a few streams yesterday after the game with Liverpool. I didn't like it. I'll talk about it, but I didn't like the way they behaved, because not all of us are behaving that way. You know what I mean? And if you think about the game yesterday, 2-2 wasn't a bad result, especially considering the way we started, considering the way we played. We wasn't all that in that game, you know what I mean? And we should have done better. We should have done better. But, when your squad is stretched to its limits, you know what I mean? We haven't got, outside that 11, we've got nobody. We've got nobody, guys. So you got to be honest, like, in your truth self. Like, what do we do next? What do we actually do next? You know what I mean? And that's how I looked at it. I was frustrated during the game, but I understood as the game was coming to an end, like, what we done was amazing, considering the season that we had. Like, if you look at the games, the amount of games we played, let me just check. Apologies, guys. I'm not well, so I'm still trying to stream. I shouldn't even be coming on today, but I'm still trying to give you guys the best content I could do. So we played 9 games. We drew 1 and lost 1. So it's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, 7 games win, draw the 8th, and lost the 9th. It doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? So we've done a good thing all season. We've done a good thing. We're only 1 point off the top. I'm expecting everybody to drop points as the season goes along, but we need to strengthen our team in order for us to compete as well. And yesterday, to me, proved a lot of stuff. A lot of the first teamers didn't really perform because they're playing too many games. It's not just about Liverpool Football Club. They're playing for international football. They're playing Champions League. They're playing League Cup. They're playing FA Cups. So where is the rest in between? You know what I mean? Even players in the modern day are begging for their international team and FIFA, UEFA to lower the games because it's just too many. And money is key for some people that don't know the game, if you know what I mean. They've never played the game, so they won't know how a player would feel, as time goes on, which is sad in my opinion, guys. It is really, really sad because the players are suffering, man. The players are suffering. And yesterday, if you didn't see what I saw, like, in regards to the players, the way they performed, it's unfair, guys. It's really, really unfair. So let me go to the Premier League and we could just discuss them from there. Get your comments through, man, because I'm appreciative of the actions of my team this season. To be fair, I didn't expect us to challenge for a title, but we're there. We're there, guys. Whether we like it or not, we're there. We're only a couple of months away from the January transfer window. This is where the owners have to come in and start performing as well. So everybody has to play their part. Let's just be realistic here. Yeah, sorry, people. Not prepared today, man. It's not like my usual self. So I'm trying to get everything together. That's why the music stays longer a bit. But it's all good. It's all good. There you go, people. Let me make this slightly bigger so we can see what's going on here. Apologies. I don't know what I'm showing you here. Should be showing something else, which is the Premier League. There you go. There you go. Slightly bigger, hopefully now. Yeah. As we all can see, from the bottom up. Obviously, we know about Leicester losing. Nottingham Forest are quite impressive this season, guys. Nottingham Forest are doing some amazing things this season. So you got to give them credit for the performances they're doing on the pitch. Nuno Espiritos, like Santos, didn't get a chance at Tottenham. You know what I mean? And Tottenham think they're bigger than what they are. But if they gave him time, I think he would have got it right over there. But under the right ownership, spending money and all that stuff at Nottingham Forest, he's showing the quality of a manager that he is. I haven't watched this game, but as you can see by the scoreline, they did pretty well. I mean, winning by 3 goals to 1 away at Leicester is impressive as it is. You know what I mean? And Chris Woods can't stop scoring. He's scoring more or less in every game. It's crazy, guys. It's absolutely crazy when I'm watching that, man. Impressive, you know what I mean? Don't forget, like he was at Burnley, then he went to Newcastle. Newcastle didn't really give him a chance. Then he went to Nottingham Forest. Now, like 2 goals, you know what I mean? It's not bad, is it? Going away to Leicester, if you know what I mean. So let me just read the comments. Apologies for that. A very sad day for us Liverpool fans. Ineos even said they were gonna back him, and he was the right man to take them forward. Big up Fozzy and the chat always. Big up, brother, as always, man. And yeah, cheers, Fozzy, brother. We'll do bits soon. So also, and yeah, man, real recognize is real. 100%, brother. 100%. We'll eventually get there, mate. Just stay consistent. It will prevail. Listen, I'm all right. You know what I mean? I'm all right with YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm getting what I'm supposed to get. You know what I mean? I'm not consistent in regards to I got a job. I got a life after this. But I don't want people who have no connection like us into the football club, putting us in their bracket. We should not be like part of their nonsense, if you know what I mean. And that's what they're saying. If someone represents Liverpool Football Club, they're all the same kind of thing. But we're not all the same, man. We're not all the same, bro. So this is what I'm trying to tell people. Don't put us in that league, man. They are clickbaits. They love to, sacrifice their own football club in order for them to gain fame. That's what it is. I can be controversial, Ant can be controversial, but we're not that type of people. You know what I mean? We know what's real, you know what I mean, which is our football club, although like the ownership is crap, but we have to go through games. I mean, we have to go through the seasons, and we're going to be supportive no matter what. You know what I mean, if you sat through Roy Hodgson all those years ago, if you sat through Roy Evans, you know what I mean, all those years ago, and Graham Souness, I mean, who are they to judge us? You know what I mean, we sat through that shit. We did. But like I said yesterday, we was calling Jamie Redknapp the best midfielder in the Premier League back in the day. And I used to get his shirt. I mean, I ain't ashamed to say that, but this is how far I've dropped in regards to Liverpool Football Club, and um, the standards, where it's gone, and it was sad, man. It was really really sad. You know what I'm saying? And like there's a season we bought Eric Meyer, Sean Dundee, all these useless players, man. Are we forgetting that we bought these rubbish players to our football club? I remember because we was touring in Ireland at the time. You know what I mean? So yeah, early 2000s or something it was. This is how bad it was, man. This is how bad it was. And if you haven't sat through that, don't ever like talk about our football club in a way that suits you, so you could gain fame out of it and clicks out of it. You know what I mean? Like, how could you criticize yesterday's performance? It's beyond me, man. It's beyond me. I really don't understand, man. Um, you could get angry at certain points of the game. The start of the game was boring. You know what I mean? We was like all over the place. They got at us, and we catch them. They were outrunning us on the pitch. It was frustrating. I agree with that. You know what I mean? It was the lack of preparation that pissed me off. If you know what I mean. And you can see Everton guys 1-1, Man City 1-0. Look at Man City. Like I've been saying all season, this is not the Man City that we know. We need to get at them. They beat Southampton at home 1-0. Southampton, people. And then you got Brighton 2-2 with Wolverhampton. You got Brentford 4-3. That was a good game. I watched that game actually. And then you got Aston Villa doing great in Europe. And then they come home and look 1-1 with Bournemouth at home. And they get Man United losing to West Ham by 2 goals to 1. I don't think that was a penalty, but some people say it's a penalty. It's crazy. It's crazy, like how football's changed. Like the physical side of football is gone, and it's frustrating watching it because I'm all about that. You know what I mean? I don't want my football to become non-contact sport. The beautiful tackle, the angry players on the pitch at each other, rivalries. If we lose that, then the game ain't gonna be what it used to be, man. Oh man, it's sad. It's really, really sad. Crystal Palace beat Spurs. Like I said, Spurs is Spurs. They will never change. I don't know where their fans get their platform to even talk about that football club. It's unfair to the likes of Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, in my opinion, who have a history, and Everton, of course, who have a history. But unfortunately, because Tottenham finishes top six, now and again, everybody puts them in a big table, which is unfair, in my opinion. I'm tired of hearing the same Tottenham fans talking about the same thing season in, season out, like they're a big club, and they're criticizing my club on top of that as well, calling us one season wonders. And I'm thinking to myself, well, when did you become one season wonders? Where's your one season wonders? When did you ever win the league title? You know what I mean? My mum wasn't even bloody born when you won the league title. I'm 45 and I wasn't even born. You know what I mean? Come on, like, we're letting people like that come on a platform criticize our football club, and it's unfair for them to be there, in my opinion, man. Man, like, go home and think about what you're saying, because if you're criticizing Liverpool for being one season wonders, like, and all that stuff, you won the Premier League once. When was the last time you won it? The only time you challenged, Leicester won it. Come on, guys. Like, let's be realistic here, man. Chelsea does. Listen, like, when I was watching Chelsea against Liverpool the other week, impressive, guys. They're really, really impressive. Like, tactically and mentally, they're slowly getting there, man. And it's frightening for the rest of us, because that's a £1 billion team, guys. Can you imagine everybody like sings from the same hymn sheet? Like, what they can do? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, beating Newcastle by 2-1, and they played all right at the same time as well. Now going away to Anfield, almost getting a draw, it's not a bad thing as well. So with time, with the young players they got, and what I like about Chelsea is the wings. Like, they play Neto on the left. I remember I was talking about, why aren't we playing a left-footed player in the wing anymore these days? People laughed at me. Oh, football's changed. You talk about the old days, the 80s, the 70s, and early 90s. You talk about that, nobody plays that anymore. Well, look at the benefits you get. How did Jackson get that goal? Neto running down the left wing, cutting in, passing it. Coming from the left wing with his left foot, and then crosses it across the box, and he taps it in. Can you imagine, if we do that against teams that's, deep line defending and don't want to play football? Can you imagine what Liverpool could, how many goals Liverpool can get from that, things like that? That's what I say. Sometimes you got to switch wings. Sometimes you got to do something that opponents didn't prepare for. And we don't do that. We just do the basic things and, expect a result out of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's craziness, absolute craziness. But listen, Chelsea's here to stay, guys, man. This manager knows what he's doing. But can it be a first, first few months syndrome, like a new manager, new ideas? What happens after that kind of thing? I don't know. I really don't know. But listen, you spend £1 billion on a team, you expect something out of it at the end. You know what I mean? So they're getting the benefits. Let's just be realistic. Let me see what I'm saying. Player welfare is a thing, mate. I get they are massively overloaded with pointless game, i.e., international breaks. Like, I used to love international football back in the day, bro. But I look at international football now; it's the worst thing for players, in my opinion. The passion is slowly disappearing from it, and it's meaningless games that's making players drift away from it. If you know what I mean, there will be a time players will say, enough now. I'm not going to be bothered playing international football anymore. You know what I mean? And that's the saddest thing that could happen to football, because you're making these poor players play too many games, and at the same time they're falling out of love with the international football. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that, man. So now I come to the game, obviously, with the Arsenal and Liverpool. Listen, Arsenal was pretty impressive. I was really impressed with Arsenal. You know what I mean, considering they have a lot of players missing, as we keep hearing. I don't know who's missing, but it looked to me, apart from Saliba getting himself sent off, that was their proper team. I mean, so I don't know where's this missing bit coming from, if you know what I mean, guys. The first goal we conceded was just terrible. Let's just be realistic here, guys. Robertson. I was talking to JK obviously before the game a few days ago, and I just told the truth about Robertson. You know what I mean? I love the guy. I've got no problem with Robertson. I don't know where these people get like I've got issues with players. I'm not that type of fan. I love my football team. I love the players that got me back to the success that I was, away from for years and years. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for the likes of Robertson, would we be challenging for the titles that we won? No. So You know what I mean? You got to be honest with yourself at the end of the day. The guy has done wonders for the football club, but we have to be realistic, guys. We have to like be honest about our opinions in regards to the way we perform on the pitch, which is wrong. You know what I mean? um, I don't think he's got it anymore. I don't think he's got the legs anymore. But some people, are still trying to convince themselves he has got the legs. He hasn't got it anymore. If yesterday didn't prove to you the poor guy is struggling on the pitch, and we're pushing him into something that he can't do anymore, I don't know who will tell you. I don't know how. I don't know how you could come out of that. I honestly don't. I really don't, man. So this is how we started. Kelleher in goal. We had Trent as a right back. I'll go the 4-4-2, and I'll explain to you guys. You know what I mean? We did a lot of mistakes in this game. We did a lot of mistakes in this game that we should have like rectified. We should have rectified during the game, or we should have sorted it out before the game as well. But we didn't. We didn't. You know what I mean? And we went into it in a bad way. Hence why in the first 15 to 20 minutes we was just terrible. We couldn't catch them. They were running past us like we wasn't there. Mind you, these are the same players that struggle in other teams in the past. The Kai Havertz that couldn't do anything against Liverpool back in the day, but he was doing something. You know what I mean? And Saka, like he didn't do nothing about Robertson. Remember the old days? What did he used to do to Robertson? Nothing. But he did something on this game. If you know what I mean, guys. And it was frustrating. It was really frustrating, man. I got to the point. Nah, man, this can't be happening to Liverpool Football Club. You know what I mean? What's going on here? What is going on here? Yeah, so I'm just showing you the starting lineup. I'm not gonna give you player ratings. I don't go that far, man. Not if the channel picks up one day, maybe, but and people ask for it, I don't mind doing that. But it's not my thing, to be fair, guys. I used to do it, but it's too much, man. Too much work. Too much work. Yeah, I gotta be real with you guys. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. But people keep getting the comments coming through, man. And if you're watching other social medias, come to the YouTube channel, subscribe, man. That's what it's all about. We're trying to grow the channel and be different from other people. I don't want to be the same as other people. I'm not chasing fame. I want to show you football inside of reality. That's the whole point. Not lies. I'm not gonna feed you lies. Who people who like look for clickbaits. No, thank you. No, thank you, man. I'm not all about that. So this is the formation that we had. Let me try to fix it up for you guys so you can understand how we played. So if I go here, I'm new to this thing, so I more or less create my own thing, isn't it? That's how I go. So if you put McAllister back here, Gravenberch here, Salah here, swap these two. So this is how we played. This is how we played. Didn't really enjoy it, guys. I really didn't, because when the game started, I was already pissed off. I was fuming. I was saying, why? Why are we going through this crap? I mean, why are we letting this happen? Why are we making it easy for Arsenal? Why are we basically basing our game to the what do you call it, the Chelsea game? Yeah, we was basing our game, to the Chelsea game, and that's a different game completely. If you know what I mean, going away from home, you don't go with this formation. This was. Let me just try. I don't know what's going on with my screen. It used to be bigger than this before. Let me try a different way, guys. I'm sorry. It's very strange. There you go. Thank you very much. See? There you go, people. I know what I'm doing now. Yeah. So if you look at that, it shouldn't be like that. If I was already like panicking before the game, when I saw the starting lineup, I said, "We're going away at Arsenal. This is not the game to play these guys. You know what I mean? Like the likes of Jones, McAllister, and Gravenberch together like that. You need a runner here. You need someone that's gonna, intercept up here. Jones is not that type of player, guys. If in all reality, let's just be realistic here. Jones is not that type of player that's gonna run around and sorry, guys, I don't know what the heck this stuff is. That's gonna run around and do what Soberslide does. I mean, if we went into the game like this, let me just show you. Hopefully, I could do it. I don't know what. Do you get rid of players? If we went to the game, let me change. See if Soboslai will come. No. So let's put Soboslai. So we'll put Soboslai there instead of Jones. Is it gonna happen? I guess not. It's not letting me. Why not? So you can see Soboslai there, yeah. Hopefully I could change over. Let me change, please. Why does it not let me change it? No. What a strange thing. So if we put Soboslai there instead of Jones, it would have worked, in my opinion, that is. And this is, I say that because if you look at the games we played away this season, you know, the likes of Old Trafford and I think Wolverhampton, all these teams, we had the guy who's like covering this area. And we don't have that. You can't force a player that's lazy on the ball to do things the other player can do. Do you know what I mean, guys? You can't force that. And that's what we tried to do, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Jones is just too slow for things like that. He'll be better off here somewhere, but not here. You know what I mean, guys? And that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong way we went about it, in my opinion. And it was just unfortunate. You know what I mean? It's a learning curve for the manager. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? It's something new. You know what I mean? And he finally can realize, you know, you can't be manipulated by players. You can't be manipulated by players, and that's the wrong way of going about it. You know what I mean? And expecting things to be different, just because they showed a good performance against Chelsea, it's not going to work. So next time, I could guarantee you £1 million right now. Next time, Arne Slot won't make the same mistakes. And like you look at Robertson, yeah, you look at Robertson. I feel bad for him. Nobody's having a go at Robertson. I just want the poor guy to keep his legacy at Liverpool Football Club, because you know our fan base, when things go wrong, we're not very good at hiding our emotions. Do you know what I mean, guys? When things go wrong, we're not good at hiding our emotions. And what I wanted for this poor guy is for Gomez at least. Oh, listen, some people say Simicast, but I didn't want Simicast. I wanted Gomez to be the one. My bad. I wanted Joe Gomez to be the one that's, you know, there instead of him. I'll tell you why I say that. Because, you know, Joe Gomez can outpace Saka. He could outstrength Saka. And he will stop him coming on his right foot, which we didn't. With Robertson, if you look at the first goal, Robertson was already panicking before the ball was even kicked. He didn't know if he was coming or going. So all they had to do, I don't even know why we even kept the high line. When do we even do high lines? Since when do we start that? I was confused. You know what? Let me bring my proper formations out, man. These kind of stuff doesn't do it for me, man. I'm all about my own, you know, technical screens instead of this. You know what I mean? You know the one I'm talking about, guys. Let me bring it back, man, because this is just horrendous, man. I don't know why people use that. Just buy it. Just pay for this thing, man. It's worth it. It's only £30 a year, man. Let me see what comes up. Let me get that, man. That's the best one of all, man. Yeah, I'm not good with these stuff, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I'm more of my stuff, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's mine. That is mine, if you know what I mean. So it was just tactical issues, in my opinion. We struggled with. You know what I mean? So it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. I'm not gonna sit here and you know, slander the players like some people do in other channels. You just got to be realistic with yourself. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm gonna be. I mean, and I think this team has been doing a great job this season. You know what I mean? You gotta give them credit, like, for our football club. We didn't expect to challenge for anything this season, but for some reason our players have outperformed, you know, what we expected. And not only that, we didn't buy anyone, guys. I know everybody talks about Chiesa. I don't give a damn about Chiesa, to be fair, guys. He hasn't showed me anything for me to even consider him as a first teamer. So, like, bringing in Chiesa only, which we don't really need, because what is he doing for us now? Nothing. So we didn't really need Chiesa. We're still missing players in our team, if you know what I mean. So Let me just change. Like even though I haven't got the players, I like to change it. If you know what I mean, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Something different. Fuzzy ill. You know what I mean? And I think I make more sense when I'm ill, to be fair. uh, you know what I mean? Apologies, man. It's just a bit, I've got the flu, man. Yeah. When you get older, when you get illnesses, it comes in phases. Like if you say it that way, it doesn't come all at once. Remember when you're a kid, illnesses come all at once. Nowadays, it comes in like you get sore throat first, then you get a temperature after that, then you start getting, the nose starts dripping. Like, what is going on? What is going on? That when I was younger, all at once, get it over and done with. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is how we played, guys, as you guys are all aware. Yeah, get the comments through, man. I'm here for you guys at the end of the day. And we've got to do something together, bro, yeah? Very soon. I'm going to do like every other day kind of streams with different people. So I'd love for you to be one of those people, bro. I like the way you talk about football. I'm gonna go to the Brighton game over the weekend as well. So yeah, just look for some contents out there, guys. Yeah, I'll do some stuff. I met Jimmy Case and the Sammy Lee on Saturday. Very interesting talk with them. Very interesting. It was good to hear about their career and all that stuff as well. So yeah, the issue that we had in this game, guys. Let me go back a bit. It was the midfield. Let's just be realistic. That midfield was, dominated by Arsenal, whether we like to say it or not. You know what I mean? I thought like majority of our players struggled. You know what I mean? This is the worst game I've seen McAllister have since he's been at Liverpool. I've never seen him play that badly. Gravenberch wasn't as dominant as he always is. I felt bad for Jones. Jones, we don't really. It's unfortunate. Jones can't do this, guys. Like he can't do this, this, and this. He can't do that. He's not that. He hasn't got the energy for that. You got to be, you got to tell the truth when you see a player and his abilities. Jones hasn't got that ability, unfortunately. If you're looking for him to do miracles, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? He's not. It's how you're made, innit? It's how you made as a player. And with me, when I was a kid, the issue that I had, I was too energetic, and the coaches warned me in the future that energy is gonna run out, and it will affect you. Like it will affect your body, and you will struggle. And that happened to me when I was in my 30s. I was done. Can't play football anymore. Can't even kick a ball, let alone play football anymore. And this is how Jones is made. Don't expect him to do all those arrows I just put up for him. It's impossible. This is how I would have started if I was the manager. I would have been fooled about that Chelsea game. You know what I mean? It was a great performance by Jones. It was great. We won the game and all that stuff. Soboslai on the pitch, we still would have won that game. Let's just be realistic here. So, although like I have a go at Soboslai a lot, and I tell him like, you got to improve technically and physically and create more chances for the strikers and as well as yourself scoring more goals. But I know what he does for the team outside that. You know what I mean? I've always said it. Sometimes if you don't have the quality that I want you to do something more than that. What he does is he runs up and down that pitch. He closes teams down. And that's what we was missing yesterday. We've been fooled, into that Chelsea game. We forgot this guy is the integral part of that area when we need to put pressure on their midfield. He would have went there. 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 This is what Soboslai normally does, guys. If you haven't noticed him play football, he does that all the time. He does that all the time. The thing that lets him down is his technical ability. So I was on Quasi's show yesterday, and I explained it to them. Like, although like majority of us hate the way he runs about and doesn't have anything else to do, what people need to realize with Soboslai is there's more to his game, and we're actually taking away a lot from his game. If you watched him when he was playing for Leipzig, if you watch him when he plays for Hungary, he's like a Maradona for them. You know what I mean? Why do I say that? Because they rely on him. He's their talisman. He's the one who takes the set pieces. He's the one who takes the shots from outside the box. When he comes to Liverpool Football Club, you've got Gerrard. So you've got Salah's. You've got Gerrard. I wish we had Gerrard. You've got Trent Alexander-Arnold. You've got McAllister's. All technical players that could do their own thing on the pitch. You know what I mean? So him coming into that group will take time because he needs to first of all trust himself, and then he could trust the players after that, if you know what I mean. So you got to work on you first, then you can work on the players after that, if, you know what I mean, having that relationship with them. Because what he does is he just passes to the main guys before him, like Salah, Trent. This is what he does, and I don't like that because I think he can be more impactful than anybody else. I've even said that when he first came to Liverpool. We don't normally sign these type of players. Wow, you know what I mean? And I was impressed. And then, the first 6 months he was great. After that, he got injured and, he wasn't himself. This season although we started well, but he hasn't been, impact. He hasn't had that impact that he should have, if you know what I mean, as a player. So, but the most important thing with him is he does all that. I mean, let me give you an example. Like when I was a player, how did I used to lose the ball when players put pressure on me? When I see them from the corner of my eyes, they're right in front of me or something like that. I'm shaking. I'm already hesitating, on the ball. Like I'm gonna lose the ball. I'm gonna lose the ball. It's like that. I mean, that's the pressure he puts on people. It might not look a lot on the TV or when you're watching from the stands, but it is. It is, man. If you look at the games, like I said, Old Trafford away in these big pitches, you need a guy with the legs of Szoboszlai. You don't need the guy with the legs of Jones to play in that role. If Jones can drop back in midfield or whatever it is. That's why I felt sorry for McAllister. I thought McAllister, played pretty poorly this game. I'm expecting McAllister to be more possession-based, more dominant in that role. But he struggled. He absolutely struggled. Got himself a yellow card by, pulling Saka when Saka got past him straight away. You know what I mean? The lack of pace, that's show at the end. What I would have done if it didn't work out on the pitch the other day, if I was slow and didn't want to make substitutions, you play it smart. You play it smart. You play it smart. What you do is I don't know why Gakpo was there. Sorry about that, guys. Gakpo shouldn't be on the pitch. Apologies. Let me just take this away. Let me take Szoboszlai away. Go back to the first team that we started with. Yeah, I wish Gakpo started. The way Diaz played. I mean, Diaz it was pants. It was awful, absolutely awful. Diaz. I mean, I wish he didn't start, man. I think we'll get more problems from Gakpo than him. So if you don't want to make changes on the pitch, like a substitutions and all that stuff, you play it smart, don't you? So what you do is you pull this guy back here and you play this guy here. You know what I mean? This guy can, can run. He's young. He's tenacious. He could do a lot. Although McAllister is young as well, his creative side would have helped us out up here. If you do want to make a substitutions, if you want to continue with the things you're doing already, you know what I mean. So this is what I would have done. The game is not going the way we want. Let's dominate possession. Get the ball to McAllister, so McAllister can do the balls here, balls there, over the top to Darwin, like he did last season. Remember when that relationship between him and Darwin Núñez, ball over the top, Darwin slots it in. So he could have done something like that. That's what we should have done. But unfortunately, we were so in our heads. We messed up the whole formation. We messed up everything. You know what I mean? And we let Arsenal basically control the game in the first half, which I thought was not good enough for Liverpool Football Club. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion, guys. You know what I mean? I would have done that. I would have just changed it over like that. But if I was gonna pick the team, I would have done it in a different way. I would have put McAllister there. I would have said to Curtis Jones, "Thank you for the Chelsea game, but we've got to take this seriously." Robertson, thanks for the memories. You know what I mean? You've done well. I would have just been honest about it. The best way of football is being honest. If you lie to yourself, it's the worst way of going about it. You know what I mean? So we went away majority of the season with these players. Obviously, Robertson was playing, but there's different teams in it. But I guess the bigger teams, I would be clued on. It's the way Arne Slot talked about Cole Palmer. That's what I've noticed. He's more tactical than we first thought, except for this game. So I would put Jones there. Like I said, this is my starting lineup for the game, guys. This is my starting lineup for the game. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'll put Gakpo, but I understood why he put Diaz there. You know what I mean? So this is my starting lineup for the game, and it didn't come through. I honestly think if we started with this team, we would have won the game. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down, guys. No doubt about that. But we didn't put ourselves in that position. Because you know what we could have done? We could have like pushed up a bit, you know, like up to the center circle and dominated their midfield. But we didn't get that. You know what I like about Soboslai when he plays in that role? You know, when teams dominate, let me just put the circle there. Or the role. You know, when teams dominate the midfield area. I don't know what's going on here. There you go. When they dominate this area here, especially the opponents, when they dominate that area, what Soboslai normally does, I don't know if you guys watch, you know, the previous games when this team is playing, apart from Gomez, of course. I'm only making an exception for Gomez because he's facing Saka. Saka is the best player Arsenal have, right or not, or Odegaard, whatever which way you want to go. So you got like we did against Cole Palmer, we should have done similar to Saka. That's what I'm trying to say. Robertson can't run anymore, can't go up and down anymore, doesn't put crosses in the box anymore. So why are we using him on the pitch? Doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. For games like this, that is. So that's how I would have went. So what happens when the teams dominate the midfield normally, like in that center circle? Soboslai slots in. So we go like this. Shut up shop. It's very difficult for them to go this. You know what I mean? Like that. That's what we was missing. This is what I'm saying about Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. He just slow motion here, slow motion here. That's all he does. But Soboslai is like that. He'll give you pressure everywhere. And not only that, he will double up on players at the same time as well. That's the difference. That is the difference, guys. And that's what we've been missing in this game. That is what we've been missing in this game. And people don't even look into things like that. They just criticize players for the sake of criticizing. Don't want them in the team. Don't do this, don't do that. But it impacts the team. It impacts the team. The team doesn't play as well as it should, if you know what I mean. And listen, at the end of the day, guys, we got a draw. We should be grateful. You know what I mean, for that, considering how we performed in the game. We wasn't all that. It was, you know, we first half awful, second half better. You know what I mean? And Arsenal have got about 10 players missing according to them. The referee is shit according to them. You know what I mean? And Anthony Taylor at Liverpool, don't compute, man. So come on, Arsenal fans. Yeah, it's madness. I tip Forest to go down. Me too, bro. Me too, man. Big up, Chicken Tikka Mo Salah. Big up, brother. Ten Hag, thanks for the memories. 7 up. Yes, you're right. 100%. As Hassan says, sacking Ten Hag cannot solve Man United poor performance as some of the players lack commitment on the pitch of play. Yeah, spot on, bro. Because, you know, with them, unfortunately, this is what they don't realize. The players are dominating your football club. Because look down the years, who's still here? The players. So if the manager is the problem, what are the results on the pitch still similar with different managers? It's madness, man. Madness. Big up John Conway as always. Curtis Jones, a purple patch merchant. Yeah. He was all right yesterday, to be fair. I think our owners are not serious. Curtis Jones would have been sold years ago. Yeah, listen, with Curtis, I'm not the biggest fan. Everybody knows that he's not my player. I don't think like he's ever gonna, you know, reach the heights that you want him to reach because, you know, the kid is what you see is what you get. You're not gonna get more than that. I mean, you get this impressive performances now and again. That's about it, really. You're not gonna get that on a consistent basis. Great players are consistent. He's not consistent. That's the thing with him. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yes, it's 2:00, people. Erik Ten Hag has been sacked. He's not Liverpool level. Yeah, I agree, bro. Yeah, I've said that for years. I'm not gonna sit here and feed you lies like other people do. If you know what I mean, I'm not gonna give that to you guys, man. I'm as honest as I can get in regards to football, the football club. I watched too many games for me to be convinced about, you know, players who are, you know, hot and cold. You have to be, you know, consistent in order for me to judge you differently. You know what I mean? Look at Salah, always scoring goals. He wasn't in the game that much until the second half, but he scored a goal. There you go. Darwin Núñez, not many people gave him credit. I thought he was phenomenal again. Works hard. He set up the goal for Salah. Not many people talked about that. You know what I mean? And these two here, they've done a great partnership, in my opinion. And Trent wasn't in the game that much. Didn't do for me apart from the pass that he did. But that's world-class player. That's what they do. Even when they're not in the game, they will do something out of the ordinary for you. You know what I mean? And that's what Trent done. The only thing I didn't like is us conceding goals. If you look at the first goal, like the ball went over the top, and Robertson was panicking from the moment the ball was kicked. Let's be realistic. He played him on side, and then couldn't catch him afterwards. Even got nutmegged before he kicked the ball. That's embarrassing enough as it is. The old Robertson against Saka, that will never happen. And then you look at the second goal. We had about 3 or 2 free kicks before that. That was a warning sign for us not to give free kicks away in that position. It's like Arsenal wanted free kicks to happen over there. And Luis Diaz fouled one of their players, and the goal came from it. Like I've always said, if you don't want to defend, and you struggle to defend, and you don't like to defend, please don't give free kicks away outside the box. And that's what we did. We gave them that. You know what I mean? So it was sad. It's really sad. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I would gratefully appreciate that if what do you say? Fozzie, I got bad news about my dad. No problem. I'm leaving, bro. I'm leaving. We could speak off the screen if you want, bro. I'm sorry, though. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. That's me done, guys. Premier League is what it is. Let's check out the table before I leave. Yeah, sorry, Jake. I'm leaving, bro. I mean, I have to go because I'm not well. I'm trying my best to do a stream. I'm struggling at the same time, brother. Yeah. So let me just check out the league before I go. We're not top anymore. You know what I mean? So hold your breath, everybody. You know what I mean? It's not nice to see, but it is what it is, isn't it? We're not going to be top all the time. Yeah, let me see the league. Let me check out the table before I go. As you can see, people, there you go. Man City are top. The cheats are still top in this league. Liverpool are second. Arsenal are third, believe it or not. There you go. 4 points behind. There you go. Aston Villa after that. It's like the way it finished last season, isn't it? Them 4 here. Chelsea pushing up. Man United dropping down. Great to see. Bottom 3, as probably many expected. Yeah. So that's how it is, guys. All right. It's time to go, guys, because I'm not going to continue like this. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you, John. Man. I appreciate that, man. All right, guys. That's me done. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Probably tomorrow. Probably the next day. I don't know. Depends how I feel. Take care.